What's going on, people? It's the man OMNI, ETC, Omni, etc. Back at it again with another video. Listen, I've been hearing about it. I saw a little bit of it, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a real reaction, give a live reaction to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a small YouTuber, so I still have to work in order to sustain myself. So unfortunately, I missed out on TennoCon. Saw a bit of it. Like I said, it's all over the community. It's going crazy. Some interesting things, but I decided I've been abstaining from all types of content related to Warframe just so I could hone in, lock in on this 23-minute gameplay video, which was the centerpiece of TennoCon. Well, let me say one of the centerpieces. So I'm gonna do several of these reacting to various aspects of TennoCon, but this one I'm gonna lock in on, and the 23-minute gameplay demo of TennoCon, the old piece segment. We're gonna see what that's about. We're gonna watch this as a family. You know what I'm saying? I'm so excited. I heard great things about it, and they said that they've changed the game. Omni, they changed the game. So look, if the game really changed like that, I gotta be a part of it, especially as a Warframe OG. Yeah. All right, without further ado, let's get it. All right, so we got the old Warframes, the original primes. I see Nyx, I saw Mag before. Let's see what else I can make out. Is that Volt? What is that, Lotus? Transference sounds. Looks like an Eidolon. Excalibur Prime, all right, all right. Near bodies laying on the ground. Got the DAKLO Prime with the Ninkana Prime, okay. All right. Okay. Nice touch with missing one of the shots. I just want to say, as a Warframe player of over a decade now, nice touch with missing a shot or two, because we don't get them all, folks. All right. Okay, so the name of that thing is the Hunhulus, like Hunhau. Margulis's, the Lotus's father, Hunhal, the father of sentience. So it's the Hunhulus. Okay. It's like a more, I'd say it's a more advanced, probably an ancient, because this is supposedly Tau. It has to be Tau because we're rocking Excalibur Prime in this. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be Tau. So this is, or something to do with Tau. And this is the Hunhulus, which is like an old Eidolon. If I'm not mistaken, the Eidolons are kind of like, this is the original form of the Eidolon. So let's think like Eidolon Prime, right? This is the original form of the Eidolons, and then the Eidolons we know today are like more of a broken, I hate to say, like lesser version, if that makes sense. But anyway, let's continue. Whoa. Crazy movement. I'm here for it. Yo, that's a strong ass Warframe. Hey, man.
Tenno. I win. You let?
Let's call it even.
Call it peace offer.
Okay, so it was a sparring session.
What did you see?
Tau.
But not
fucking
enough.
knew it.
Not enough.
This is the only way we find out.
Flooding their head with polluted histories.
Okay.
I won't. Come, Tenno. Let's get you dry.
It's okay, Lloyd. I have to. I want to.
Some things are best forgotten.
I had a friend, Lloyd. Like me. His name was ORDIS. Again.
So
we?
Relax.
the
We've
Tau
got
and
this.
sentients are friends in this. Okay. That kind of looks like Ballas.
We swore to carry the sacred light of our dominion into the deepest dark. And this we have done. Swear now to defend this holy treaty alongside our blessed and brave creations, the sentience of Tau.
Can you believe we used to be at war?
Joke, Tenno.
Welcome to the Tauron Academy, a place you'll learn about in this quest as to a time, a place where sentient and Tenno perhaps learn things together that we'll explore in this demo. And they also perhaps did research together, including creating things that aligned Orokin and sentient technology, like the next Prime.
Caliban Prime. Okay. Caliban Prime. He is very popular, so it does make sense that Caliban would be a Prime early. Fusing Warframe with sentient with the story that they're painting so far. Okay, so the story that they're painting, this setting is Tau. All right. And they're painting the narrative that the Tenno and the sentients coexist in harmony. They work, they build together. They have an accord. Okay, so a symbol of that would be a Warframe, a sentient Warframe Prime version. So Caliban makes the perfect choice in this equation. Oh, that makes sense.
Disgusting, isn't it? Orokin gold, wasted. I wonder, which of you would this aberration attack first?
Stupid.
Watch your mouth, void lugger.
Whoa. Void lugger. Void lugger. I'm gonna get mileage out of this insult. Now we have a canonical insult, a Warframe exclusive insult that we can hurl back and forth at each other when people feel that other people's builds are trash. It's basically what it's going to amount to. This is what I predict up into and probably during and beyond, into perpetuity actually. Void lugger with the hard ER. It's crazy. Void lugger with the hard ER is going to be used as an insult for Warframe players to throw at each other in moments of distress and duress. I promise you. Let's continue.
Please, with me. The place for conflict is in the dojo.
Shout out to Evil Ordis too. I like Ordis with the attitude. What's his name? Hold on, let me go back to what his name is.
Watch your mouth.
DAKLO. Okay. DAKLO, otherwise known as Evil Ordis. Yeah, so shout out to Evil Ordis, man. Shout out to Evil Ordis. I'm glad that they brought him in here. I hope whatever we're at, whatever vehicle, whether it's the orbiter or whatever the station is that we're at, I hope he stays around. That's all I'm saying. And says like snide, sarcastic remarks. You know, like how Ordis has is like somewhat schizophrenic. Well, this time we'll just have the entire the other side of the evil side of Ordis just speaking the whole time, saying a bunch of slick remarks and underhanded, backhanded compliments and shit like that. That's what I hope. All right.
Void Lugger.
Ah, please.
That's crazy.
Please. With
That's
me.
crazy.
The place for conflict is in the dojo.
So Caliban Primaxis is coming, and he is, of course, part of the history of you and the Tenno, a time when sentients perhaps were mentors and even Archimedeans. This is Archimedean Itzam, and he has something pretty important to teach the Tenno and sentient alike.
Respectful.
Like any good academy, you will be tested on knowledge, studying things. So let's see what's going to happen in this room.
Adis, Truth Bloom, have you adapted to the Tenno ways? When the applications of Tauron are applied to Naramon's theories, what is the expected outcome?
Now, before we help our friend cheat on his test, the Operator Remaster is also coming. You've probably noticed how wonderful the art looks. Yep. So what you're seeing here is a completely remastered Operator, as well as using a Prime Access suit that's coming. And, you know, as you've played your focus and you've grinded it, maybe you've noticed you use a lot of sentient parts. So maybe there was a history there, and maybe the focus you know is only a piece of it. So maybe we'll learn about that a little later in the demo, though. But for now, Megan, you can help your friend cheat.
A new somatic connection. A somatic connection new? Power increase many?
No cheating. If you are tested by the Seven, we must show your evolution to their will.
Anarch strike is underway. Tauron students to deployment.
Let's go, Truth Bloom.
Adis.
We are at a time to defend a treaty, so that means the job is on us to do so.
Well, praise the void. You two managed to show up on time. Borrow Overlook. Go. Now.
Borrow Overlook as in borrow Katir? Interesting. Oh no, borrow, not borrow. Okay. But also, Tauron, I guess that's the Focus School expansion. That she just mentioned. Let's see. Oh wow. Is this re-entry? That's crazy. Badass. Let's go. Okay. Fighting the Dax? Okay. So it seems very interesting that we're fighting the Dax and we are on the side of the Grineer. I just want to point that out. Because I thought in Tenno lore, like the canonical lore, I thought the Dax were with the Orokin and the Grineer were... Well, no, there have been times where they've all been together. So let's see how this plays out. But I find it interesting that we're fighting Dax and the Grineer are the ones that are sending us out to the battle as well as battling themselves alongside us. I find that interesting. And I might be suffering eternalism or the Mandela effect there because, well, we've been fighting the Grineer so long, so it's really hard for me to see them as anything other than enemies at this point. You know what I'm saying? Except for that one, I can't think of his name right now, but except for that one that rebelled and is on our side, and he's there at the drifter base on Earth. I can't think of it right now, but my mind's drawing a blank. But Y'all know who I'm talking about. Outside of him, I thought we were at war with the Grineer, and it's hard for me to see Grineer as anything other than enemies. I've killed a lot of Grineer. I've decimated so many Grineer, and Teshin has been a mentor figure, so I think that's just built up in my mind. So it's really interesting seeing this dynamic. Just want to point that out.
Cannon. Can you take it out?
Trust the wheel.
As time goes on and the man in the wall continues, don't you think it's time that we run on the wall again?
Yes. Yes. Oh man, they're bringing it back. Okay. All right.
Get on that gun, Tenno. We're getting pounded.
Tantivy, ha! What say you all? Shall we enlighten this Tenno?
So about that focus expansion.
Yo! Oh my God. Wait a minute. We gotta go back. You just don't whip that out on a Saturday afternoon. Wait a second. This is crazy.
So about that focus expansion.
Okay, so the Tenno transfer out. They open a void portal. It pulls out a hilt that the Warframe crabs. They transfer back into the suit, into the Warframe. And when they do, it breaks out a huge... Hold on, let me see something. It's got to be Maaaan. Because it's a melee weapon. Right? Yeah, Maaaan, right here. I see it. You see this? You see this? Maaaan all day. This is Maaaan all day. That's the Maaaan symbol. Okay. Let me make sure my... Oh, man. Yeah, when I'm watching this, and I don't know why it's down that low. Okay, yeah, but that's the Maaaan. That is the Maaaan Focus School symbol at the hilt. So, yeah. I thought so just off of the strength that it's a melee class. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a melee weapon. So, yeah. Oh, my God. Gee, yeah, Maaaan. Definitely Maaaan. That's the Maaaan symbol right there. All right. Oh, my. Okay, so... Let's let it finish playing out. That is incredible. It's essentially a Bankai. It's essentially a Bankai for a focus school. I'm all in. Whatever I have to do focus wise in order to qualify for this on day one, I'm doing it. I got to max out all my focus schools. That's my goal from now on.
This street is going to live, Galastra, and you don't get to tear it up. Dropships inbound.
Valder.
Okay, let's talk about what just happened, right? Let's talk about what just happened. Because I'm not off of this. All right, so if that is the Maaaan one, like, I gotta make a bunch of videos on speculation about what the other focus schools are going to be. Because what is Xeneric? What is Xeneric? Is that going to be you get like this giant shield, you and the whole party get a shield, and when it absorbs damage, it converts the damage done to you into additional energy or something like that. And you have an expansion of energy, like unlimited energy. So stuff that you were limited in doing, you can do ridiculous amounts of. Now, I don't know. How is this going to affect gameplay? Because that was very cinematic. But how do we pull that off in a regular mission where we don't have a strategic thing to destroy? Like, I really want to slap Vor upside the head with that big ass sword that we just saw. Like, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things. And is it purely void energy? And does that mean that it's not affected by attenuation? I don't know. I don't know, but I'd very much like to. I would very much like to. So yeah, we're going to see about it going forward.
My own pets.
Now, she looks like a Grineer too, so this is what I'm thinking, because the Dax thing with the Dax kind of threw me off. But this is what I'm thinking about the Dax involvement, right? I think they're Grineer separatists, and I think the separatists are just a collective. They're a coalition of different people. So we might actually see Corpus separatists at some point. We could see Grineer separatists at some point, which she looks like Grineer. The eye patch is a Grineer-ish aesthetic. So I'm thinking Grineer, Dax are just going to be certain separatists, and we may see Dax loyalists as well. So we'll see. We'll see.
Better count your flock again, dog, and keep your ships on the ground. Else I'll be set to carving your lost lamb.
Hurry, Tenno!
This is great. liking everything I'm seeing so far.
Bad place. Golden cursed. Long ago, precepting.
Now, one thing that is kind of throwing me off is the cryptic way that ORDIS speaks. Like it's kind of Yoda-ish, but it's done differently. So it's taking some time for me to actually register what ORDIS is saying. Let me know in the comments if anybody else feels the same though.
History taught in those Tenno schools? Peace cannot abide the machines.
You're the only ones keeping this war alive.
Let me show you why. A place to breathe.
Now, so for those that don't understand, for anybody that's new to the Warframe universe or in general, they kind of keep the Star Wars theme. And it's a psychological play with the color schemes, because a lot of us, we associate things that are blue or light blue as good, and then things that are red as, you know, bad, evil, malicious, malevolent, right? So they keep that theme going. So as soon as the color scheme changed to red, I'm like, okay, this is gonna go down a rabbit hole and probably into a tough spot with the narrative that they're building. So let's see where this goes.
The promise of a home, so lightly surrendered.
Okay, so what is that? Promise of a home so lightly surrendered. Okay, so it's very cryptic of what they're talking about. I'm wondering what that is. A map. It looks like a map of something, almost like the star chart that we navigate through. So I'm wondering what that is, and if that's the map that we're going to use at navigation. Interesting.
Coming, Hivekin! Let him go!
Of course! When he's good and ready, child. Sentient TQ 776BL. Repel intruders.
Okay, so that's a malevolent sentient, but what's very interesting is that the cage seems to be like hardwired sentience, and there's energy being pushed through them, I guess, via those cables, and that energy creates the cage for that sentient monstrosity back there. Like, if you look, that looks like a basilisk or oculus sentient like one of the sentient enemies that we fight in the origin system, that looks like the skeletal framework, and it's being used as a conduit for energy being pushed through it in order to comprise the cage. Because it looks like the sentient monstrosity back there is like testing and prodding the cage. That's why it's going from side to side trying to find an opening. But whoever the separatists are, they're keeping it contained horrifically, using other sentients as a conduit for the energy that they're pushing out in order to contain the monstrosity. It's interesting. It's interesting and horrific. If you were a sentient, like ORDIS has got to be horrified by looking at this. Like, imagine someone uses the bones of your deceased family members in order to contain you. What type of mental state that would put you in?
ORDIS will heal!
Override, child. This only ends one way.
Core override, so meaning it got hacked? It sounds like it got hacked. When I think of override, sounds like it got hacked to me. That's crazy.
It was him or me. Him or me. I killed him, Lotus. That's what's up.
Everybody cheering, rightfully so.
Dream of me and hear my cry. Seek to meet me by and by on that far shore forlorn. On that far shore forlorn.
All right, that's what's up. What they're setting themselves up for essentially is they're going to have the old piece be the introduction, the lead in to Tau, just like they had the Hex quest line be the lead in. Well, not even the Hex quest line. What was it? The Whispers in the Wall? Not even the Whispers in the Wall. Something. What was the name of the quest after the Whispers in the Wall? Anyway, they had the Hex quest line be the lead in to the Hex area. So we have the old piece be the lead in to Tau. So the old piece 2025, Tau 2026. We have a lot to look forward to. A lot to look forward to. Well, that's gonna do it for this video. We have a lot to look forward to. That's gonna do it for this video. I appreciate you all for rocking with me, continuing to do so. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown. Let me know what you think about Warframe, the old piece, in the comment section. Let me know what you think. I really am eager to hear what you guys make of all of this. I think we're going to have a new star map. It looked like they were introducing a new star map. The Bankai, the Warframes having the Bankai is fucking crazy, absolutely crazy, nuts, and I'm completely here for it. And then we also have the Sentient and the Tenno working together. Ballas, whatever role he plays in all of this, I'm sure it's going to be a big one, with his own megalomaniacal aspirations. And we get to see a preview of how the war between the Orokin, the Sentients, the Tenno, the Sentients actually broke out. And the expansion of, I guess what they're calling Tauron. I guess that's the Focus School expansion, but it probably comes with a lot more. One thing I like to note is the movement for that Hunhulus fight. I wonder if that's going to be, if that's low-key another Focus School thing, a Focus School expansion that we're soon to see. If anything, at any rate, nevertheless, this just means I got to tighten up on my focus game. So I'm gonna go do that. Peace, love, health, wealth to you all. Until next time, y'all take care.
It's the people choose. Let us sin, we're the guardians, baby, let the stakes rise.